there's a strong link with the delivery models group, because their information is feeding the case studies database and also into the methodology. So, not the case studies database, but a learning curve, we find out what they drive, what went wrong, and we learn from everything that back into the methodology, which is a constantly evolving process, a tool to help organisations develop where wind turbines are most suitable. Yeah?
Alright, so breaking this vision down into the short-term and medium-term goals, we're a little bit saying that the long-term goal for us is to actually break this vision. And we want to start off with the short-term goal we made quite concrete. And we want to find out what has already been done in terms of market assessment. Do a little bit of a literature review on what's available and what we can just steal from others and what we need to adapt for our requirements. That is to locate people who have been on our already. Look at a few case studies of what's been done, and also look at what tools there are and which ones that could be useful for us. We need to establish the relationships and sort of our working principles within the group and with between the groups within empowerment. And we also need to work on sort of how we manage to share the skills among us to define sort of good communication routes. So I think those two goes together a bit. And I think also, as a quick kickstart here, we're trying to, we started this to, just action items. And what we're going to include is Ethiopia as a case study to start with and try and work on for the methodology development. And we also said it would be great if we could, as wind empowerment, maybe do a measurement proposal. So we do a market assessment on what kind of data, like anemometers and data loggers that are available. We see which one that could be of use for us, and maybe we try and raise the funds for buying 10-ish of those, which are a property of the wind empowerment organization, and which can be used in market assessments for projects. We bring them out, measure for X number of months. We get them back, but those are equipment that the wind empowerment partners can borrow for the different projects that they want to assess. So those two are what concretely is going on. And the medium terms here is once we have an idea what we want to do in terms of market assessment, we want to validate that with a few case studies. And after that, when we feel more sure of what we're doing, publish the methodology, maybe set up a few web seminars and training courses on how this can be done. Yeah,
there was also the idea of the project actually the structure is a little bit like a research project in somehow we start with a state-of-art study, and then there is the methodology definition and methodology validation. So it could be like filling a research project, and we will see there will be something that should involve all the components of the wind empowerment.
Because Pastor Timely is to use and complete projects where different group or different working groups who are working on maintenance, working on data management, working on different cases. This project will be rated vertically by the informant, and we will apply to market assessments. And I think it is in case that we can involve project involve different partners and to apply something that is very rare. Follow the timeline. Just
yeah, sure. Maybe well.
Yes.
Now it's better now.
Any questions?
Thank you. Yes.
So who's doing what?
Well, Isabel agreed to be the coordinator.
Okay.
Who's the coordinator? Isabel.
Yeah.
Who's the coordinator? And sorry. Yeah, I don't know if that was the end of the answer.
Isabel's probably going to send an email around, we'll have a meeting and write up tasks. That's right.
I was just going to say that I'm interested in, I don't know how it's going to work between working groups, but I'm interested in learning about the methodology of the stuff, so I would be most than willing to participate in it.
Yeah,
I think
that's part of what, if I may try to answer your question. If we say we first need to define one of the first thing that will happen is to formalize the way that we will communicate with each of the group, because they all will have an input on this. So if I may explain it in our drawing, we have different types of arrows. So the one which is in pink, it's actually the market assessment process flow. So the whole, any case will follow track these sort of general steps, unless there are more added or at least we just eliminate, but basically it's like this. These green arrows, they are the main or primary information exchange. Which means that, for example, if we are going to define a methodology, we have the whole wind empowerment group, and we need to, for example, think about in the methodology, we will start with assessment of the site, so measurement work. We will also then go into social aspects, and we will go into the design of the turbine specifications. So that means that we will need to have previous exchange of information with all the groups, working groups. And so these are like core for the methodology exchange of information. But we also have like extra information that needs to be always exchanged, and those are the borderlines. So I hope that answers. So for the starting point, we will define how are we going to communicate with you, how is the information and knowledge that each group has going to be implemented in the methodology at the beginning, and then it will be just like practical work.
Yeah, my question was because there's clearly some people in the government that already have more experience than others in this kind of stuff, particularly Aaron and John. Some others might be interested in learning it, such as myself, and then
Yeah, sure.
yes, it's not only about how to put up the methodology, but how it is going.
Yeah. Esteban, there's a webinar about how to do a market assessment. Training is included, and we also said this would be like training for people outside of wind empowerment. If anyone wants to use it, there'll definitely be training within it. And the wind empowerment members are here because the philosophy is that people are empowered. So if anybody wants to get involved with doing market assessment projects, the members can, and they can learn how to do a market assessment and increase their skill set through the group. So,
yes, I still think that maybe to do myself the first market assessment, I will need to have webinars straight from the start, so probably participated in something more actively. Yes, just thinking here.
If you want to be a part working in trying to develop the methodologies for doing market assessment, then you are welcome.
Great. Actually, that I was coming to that with Jay's question. Is it all of you that are going to be working in developing the methodology? That's the group of
All the members.
But
And then after having I assume that we will define something, and then it will be just evolve that.
Yes,
And it
for
will
the
be
beginning.
flexible.
Like for the beginning, all of us, but the work the group is flexible, so we will see how people can do as in this like database that we want to do. Maybe we have to contact also other members, and depending on how they want to collaborate, it will be that's the main input section.
okay.
and if anybody wants to get involved, more than welcome. I think we've run out of time now.
Yeah.
My time is over.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
very